Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Anna Zakkery here. Today we're going to talk on how to launch online course with a $50,000 revenue. It's a step-by-step guide how you can do this. The secret is it's not so important how much money you are about to make with launch of online course. The steps will be relatively the same. You can use this template to launch your course for $1,000 or to launch it for $50,000. Why? Because the amount of effort and the amount of actions which you need to implement in both cases will be quite similar. The only thing that will determine the amount of efforts, actions, and maybe budget for the Facebook ads, it's just your personal opportunities and the capacity of the course or the capacity of the coaching program you have. So how many students you can accommodate at the program. So you can modify the step-by-step guide I'm about to share with you today, and just watch it, and then you will be able to implement it in any cases. Before we proceed, I would like to know, have you ever launched your course or you are just a beginner? Yes, no, drop your answer in the comment. Maybe you have a coaching program and you currently have a one-on-ones. I'm a big fan of online courses comparing to one-on-one sessions because I think it's obvious when you do one-on-ones, no matter how much they cost, you all the time have to work. You all the time make money only when you are at the desk or talking to a client. You cannot do that like an evergreen because you is you and people are buying your time. And the only way how you can scale it and get free, somebody call it a passive income, but I strongly do not believe in that shit. It's not a passive income. Online course is a big work and it's a hard work and it demands a lot of attention. But on some side, you definitely can create something like evergreen funnels that will flow the leads into the free webinar, and then from the free webinar to convert them from just the attendees into buyers and so on. But it's not a passive income. But it's definitely way better than just to have a one-on-ones. Okay, I would like to demonstrate some of the steps here on the screen. I think this will be really valuable for you. Every time we start planning the launch, we use the Gantt chart. Comment below yes if you've ever faced a Gantt chart template or you've created a Gantt chart for anything like launch or any other production process. So this is how it looks like. I will share a template below. This is a Gantt chart that helps us to split the actions into groups. For example, the group number 1, cost preparation, group number 2, Facebook ads campaign, webinar preparation, and so on. And as well as plan the time frames on making every action described in a Gantt chart. So, and the other thing that is also useful here, that you can assign members who are responsible for each of the steps of the launch. So this is how the Gantt chart looks like. Let's take just a brief overview and then jump onto the detailed launch strategy scheme. So these are the group of actions, and this is suitable for those online educators who already have launched their courses before. So more detailed, I will explain later. We firstly check course preparation. Is that ready or not? Does it require any improvements or it's ready to go? Then we set up a Facebook ads campaign. We create a webinar or free masterclass, whatever is needed. For that, we create a landing page, email and text, slides for webinars, identify what we're going to offer on the webinar, how much will be the price, and we set up a payment system and do all other technical stuff. As well as we need to create a content plan for Instagram, so we need to attract as many followers to this event. We need to create a text for posts, pics for posts, or videos for the reels, and same for the YouTube. It's a very simplified version of how it's going to look like. Let's jump on the more detailed how it will be. So let's say this is our launch process. This is how the launch process will look like. The first step that we need to do is to research the audience. Watch my screen attentively. It's really important. Research the audience. What does that mean, to research the audience? Drop your guesses in the comments. It's important to know to whom we sell. Okay, who are those people who are about to buy our services, courses, coaching programs, whatever? In order to do so, guess what we're gonna do? Step one, we need to conduct a survey on Instagram or in our email list, whatever. If we don't have any followers, any email contacts, we just need to talk to people, to any people who are potentially can buy your service. Where to find them? It's your duty to find them. So you can say, I have nobody to ask about. So you need to find a way out how you can deal with this. What we've done before, if we are starting something brand new and we have no Instagram profile, nothing, we just reach people on a Facebook groups related to the topic of the service we are about to launch. You can offer the responders some gifts, let's say a $50 Amazon gift card or whatever is okay for your country. Yeah, if you're in the United States, this is a really good deal. How else can we conduct a survey? We can create a questionnaire and send it to responders. This is important. At least we need to get 50 answers for 10 questions, like about 10 questions related to your product. What questions are we interested about? How old are you? Where do you live? Why do you follow me? Or why are you interested in this specific topic? Let's say, why are you interested in healthy food if you are a nutritionist? What problems have you recently faced in this niche, in your profession, related to this topic? How do you think what will be the best option for you to solve these pains and needs? So we need to know as much as possible about our customer. Another question, where do you dream to be in 1 year? And see what they want. And then we're gonna use these answers in our free masterclass or in our content, because this is where pain and needs are. After we have conducted the research of the audience, the next step is research of the market. Here we need to analyze what is in demand on the market, what are your competitors doing. For this purpose, we need to find at least 10 competitors in social media or all over the world. Whatever you want, you can browse them on Google or you can use the social media for that purpose. For me, it's just easier to find them in social media because everything is on one page. You see their content, you see the topics they are rising in their blogs and so on. And what we need to do with them, we create a table where we put all information about the competitors. I will leave the link to the template for the research of the market, and you will find it in this scheme. I will leave this scheme below in the description box. And then analyze their funnel, what we are about to find. We need to check their freebies. What topics do they mention in their freebies? How they convert people into just readers, into attendees of the free masterclass. How do they convert people from free masterclass to the potential qualified leads and from qualified leads to the buyers? We definitely need to talk to sales rep. Find the type of a funnel who will lead you to the sales department and try to be as curious as possible when you talk to the sales rep. They can share so much information. Every day I talk to sales rep and they are about to give out all the secrets of the company. And then the last step, try to enroll into the course of the competitor. It definitely depends on how limited you are in the budget of this research. I usually prefer to buy no matter how much it costs because I want to understand the quality of the service they provide, and it's really useful. If you can't, just at least go to Udemy and you will find quite a lot of similar products at cheap price, like $20 to $80. After we have researched the market, what is our next step? We have done this. We need to create a portrait, like summarize everything we have learned from these two steps. Create the persona of the client and understand the market better. Try to use the data to modify your online course or your digital product. So this is the next step we're gonna do. After that, we summarize everything and outline what needs to be changed in our service. Change, add, improve, whatever. After summarizing all pains and needs of your audience, after exploring the market, we now have at least 10 points on how we can catch the attention of the potential customer. So this is the time when we create a content plan to post on social media. We need to create it for at least 2 weeks of the launch. This will be really helpful for you because once you start the process of launch, you will be so busy and you better do that in advance. After we have created a content plan, start posting immediately. After that, we need to design a funnel, meaning we need to understand how we will convert those followers into buyers. And there are several points from which we need to guide those people. The simplest option for the beginning of the funnel will be create a freebie that will help to solve one sharp problem of your audience completely. I have seen so many freebies and they are absolutely nothing. They're absolutely worthless. You need to create something that will be so valuable and will help the consumer to solve the problem completely. One small problem. Believe me, don't be afraid that you will share too much of expertise. Oh, this is too much, they will never buy from me. No, the time has changed. Previously, you could share a little bit, just some hints of what's going on in the course and people will enroll. No, now we need to share as much expertise as possible. So create a freebie. The freebie needs to have a call to action called CTA that will offer people to sign up for your free masterclass. Once they decide that they would like to sign up for the masterclass in order to get some more information on the topic, we need to land them on a landing page. So we need to send them either to the CRM form where we'll grab the contacts of the leads, or we will redirect them to the landing page. So we usually go with the option of a landing page because we use a lot of Facebook ads campaigns to promote the courses. In your case, if you do not have that and if you do not use a paid ads, you can go with a simple form. Why it is so? What's the difference? When you use a Facebook ads campaign, you need to have a landing page and you need to install a pixel on that page to register the events on the page, like how many users click on this button and how many users register for the webinar. After that, you need to be ready and pre-set up your either email sender. We use MailChimp for that option, or you can send them to your social media. And I have a video here where I explain how does the ManyChat, the automation works on Instagram. So you can choose either to send them in the messenger or send them to email or to both. We usually send the attendees of the webinar to 3 flows: email, messenger, we usually prefer Telegram for that, automation on Telegram, and as well as Instagram. As for the next step, we need to create a program for the free masterclass. To create a program for the free masterclass, there are specific algorithms how we do that. For the beginning, I really recommend you not to follow all those algorithms, all those templates. Try to create something unique and something that will reflect you. One thing that's really important is try to fit it into 2 hours, not more, better 90 minutes. And then don't forget that the sales part, so the part where you drop the link and offer them to sign up into your course, your coaching program, should start not later than 40 minutes after you begin. So let's say if you've started the webinar at 12 p.m., the first time when you drop the link for those who would like to sign up will be at 12:40. After you have created the webinar, you are consistently posting on Instagram the content that you have created. We collect the leads and track the actions of those leads. How many people clicked on enroll button or how many people clicked on contact me button? That depends on what CTAs you're gonna have on the webinar. So, and after that, we need to analyze how well we did it and work on mistakes. That's it. I've heard so many comments that people say like, I've hosted a webinar and it was a total failure. And I all the time ask, okay, how many sales you've done comparing to how many people have attended the webinar and how many people stayed for more than 60 minutes of the webinar. So we need to analyze a specific data to make a conclusion whether the webinar was successful or not. Not just say like, if you have a 0 sales after you hosted the webinar, you cannot say that this is an unsuccessful webinar, okay? We all the time need to compare your results to all data that we have. We cannot just take it out of the context and say, I have 0 sales, that's why I'm a bad host of the webinar, that's why the system doesn't work. Okay, we need to analyze everything. Let's figure out what exactly we need to pay attention to when we say that we need to analyze the data after we hosted the webinar. The number one thing, how many registrations we have. Another criteria is a show up rate. How many people logged in to the free masterclass comparing to how many people registered. Now we need to calculate the percentage of that. Really good show up rate is something between 30 to 40%. It's really good one. If 10 people have registered to your masterclass and only 3 has arrived, actually this is a successful one. Don't forget that if you have a very small numbers of registrations show up rate, then it will definitely influence the sales conversion. The next thing we need to analyze is how many people stayed for more than 60 minutes. Why do we need to track that criteria? Because we need to understand how many people heard the sales speech and how many of them after that decided to convert to the buyers. And when you calculate the conversion rate into sales, you need to calculate it in 2 forms. The first one, the amount of people who bought the course to the show up rate. The other criteria is those who bought the course to those who stayed for 60 plus minutes. Okay, 2 CVs to sale. So we calculate CV to sale in 2 forms. So these are 5 key criteria that we need to track when we analyze the data of the webinar. After that, if we consider these to be successful action, we repeat the webinar and make it an evergreen. Actually, that's it. It is great if you have somebody who will contact the leads after the webinar. Not everybody can afford a sales department. We have sales department and we strongly believe that, like, I don't know how people sell without it. All leads who you have collected as a registration for the webinar needs to go to the sales department, and then they will need to reach them out by emails or whatever, text messages or calls. And then after that, there is a reason to repeat the webinar if it was successful. Set Facebook ads campaign for that flow and make it evergreen one. Actually, that's it, guys. That's it. So if you can notice, it's all about research. It's not about, oh, I think this will work. No, don't think. Take a look at the figures and numbers and statistics and what markets say. Oh, I think people will like it. No, nobody is interested in what you think. We need to find out what your consumers think. And only in this gap, we will have a success. Now, go to the description box below and get this scheme, which I have just demonstrated for you, and try to follow every step. If you have any questions, you all the time can reach me on Instagram or drop the comment below and I will try to answer you as soon as possible. Let me know in the comments right now. How do you think? Is it a complicated process? Maybe you used to have any experience related to the course launch? Let's discuss it. And as always, see you next time.